In the journey of childhood, where every single day seems to bring new challenges and new adventures, there is a less talked about but very regular challenge that can cause quite a lot of stress and problems for many kids and families. It's growing pains. How many of you have spent countless nights consoling your kiddo with throbbing discomfort in their tiny little legs? Or perhaps you've noticed that each time your child hits a growth spurt, not only do they experience growing pains and struggle to sleep, but their mood, energy, emotions, and behavior, they also become an absolute mess as well. If so, you're definitely not the only one. These growing pains affect nearly half of all school-aged kids. And while it's often considered a normal part of childhood, these pains, they can significantly impact a child's daily life. And the tough news is, pediatricians, they often dismiss these complaints, saying children will simply grow out of them. But what if I told you that growing pains often have neurological roots, and that gentle chiropractic care can help relieve that without having to use drugs and medications every single time? This video, it's for parents who are desperately seeking to ease their children's growing pains and that nightly suffering once and for all with safe and with drug-free solutions. So today I'm going to reveal the science behind the real reason that growing pains show up more in some kids but not in others, and how deeply involved stress and tension that's stuck within the nervous system are. Then we'll get right into those natural and drug-free solutions, discussing how neurologically focused chiropractic care restores optimal neurological communication to alleviate that discomfort. So one of the biggest trends that parents are surprised to hear about, but also makes perfect sense to them right away, is how many children who struggle with sensory challenges, autism, and ADHD also struggle with growing pains, not just in the physical sense, but also in the sensory, emotional, and behavioral way as well. This reality and trend, it actually tells us a lot about the real root cause of those conditions and of growing pains, and how they can come from one and the same thing. Excessive stress and tension stuck in the sympathetic fight or flight nervous system. Let's talk some basic facts here. Growing pains usually start between the ages of 3 and 12 years old, but they can often last years with varying intensity as kids' bones are growing rapidly and they're developing and they're growing longer during those growth spurts. And traditional pediatricians, they'll tell you that growing happens too quickly for the muscles and the ligaments to keep up with, and that's what causes those deep muscle aches. But here's what's really happening. As the bones elongate, that process definitely places added stress and tension on the surrounding muscles and ligaments, but also, crucially, there's sensory nerves that are intricately connected in those tissues. This accumulation of neurological stress leads to joint and neurospinal misalignments that we call subluxation, and that irritates the nerves and can trigger pain and sensory problems. That neuromuscular irritation and tension, it's sending signals into the brain that's called nociception, and that creates the sensation of pain, dysfunction, and irritation. Again, this irritation isn't always just physical, but it can become emotional and behavioral irritation as well. So over time, that constant nervous system noise and tension from subluxations during growth leads to distressing flare-ups that we term growing pains. Kids who are always stuck in fight or flight overdrive, they then experience growing pains more often than others and more severely than others. Okay, enough with all of this talk of stress and tension. Here's the good news. So all of this can be taken care of naturally and safely without having to do medication or traditional therapies. Here at Foundations, we run advanced neurological scans that precisely pinpoint areas of neurological dysfunction and subluxation. That helps us doctors know exactly where to apply gentle adjustments that are going to restore balance and relieve tension. So if your child suffers from growing pains and it's robbing them of playing and sleeping, we urge you not to accept it as normal or that they'll eventually resolve on their own time. Not when safe and effective chiropractic solutions are easy and available. Guys, click the link below this video. Check out our website to explore how personalized chiropractic care can provide you with some lasting relief, not only for your child with growing pains, but for the entire family. Then call us to schedule some advanced neurological scans so we can start easing your child's discomfort and getting them thriving once again.